everybody. It's Tuesday night. It's 9 p.m. It's time for another What's on Joe Mind. I'm your host, Mike Irizarry. We are a fan cast about the world of G.I. Joe. How's everybody doing?
Woo!
Better than Jerks and Profar.
We got the Horsemen together, plus our associate Lex Luger. So
we were not expecting Racktime Rob tonight. Racktime Rob was called for jury duty, and then something happened to make that go away. So, I'm going to guess that
tape the jury pool,
right?
I think the universe said we need to make him suffer at work today.
That only sounded a little bit mafioso. You know, hey, Owen, something happened. I went to go see a guy about a thing, and what do you know?
You know how it goes.
Yeah, my regular job was so much fun. I missed out on. I was feeling bad about not having to do jury duty.
Right, dude. I would look forward to jury duty. I'd be like, oh. So I'm gonna do this thing that's not my normal job, and they have to pay me anyway. And yeah, let's go.
You just have to say you're biased against all cops.
That's if you're trying to get out, Phil. I'm trying to get in.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get in, Phil. I've never done jury duty. I kind of want to.
I've done it. It's not worth it.
While we still have a judicial system, I kind of want to try it. Oh, good Lord. Anyways, as you notice, the live chat, super chat is still turned on. We are trying to get to a point where we can upgrade some of the equipment around the What's on Joe Mind compound. Our opening bit, that little opening tag there, that's 26 seconds long. It didn't actually come onto my screen until it was halfway through.
Nice.
I'm starting to panic. Okay, we StreamYard is starting to become kind of a bloated piece of equipment, software wise. I just need more horsepower to get it to run well. And so that's really what we're building for. So whatever
I told you, more coal in the furnace, it'll be fine.
Right. It's I mean, more power to this old Mac. It came along 5 or 6 years ago. A friend of mine was selling it used, never used, but used. At a time, right when my previous laptop died. So you know, kudos to Cindy LaFollette for bailing us out on that one. That's why we've had What's on Joe Mind these last 5 or 6 years. But it is time. It is time to retire. Time to retire the MacBook. Josiah Alcorn, he knows what the score is. Super chat button is working. So thank you for that, sir. Appreciate it. If you want to give to where we get more of it directly, it does require you to go to a whole different page. But we do have our coffee link down below. You can set up to where you're donating to us on the reg, or you can just do a one-timer, whatever. More of that comes directly to us if you want to go that route. But the super chat is here if you're just lazy and don't feel like leaving the chat to do it. Here, joining me here in the top row, he is the former head of marketing for the G.I. Joe brand at Hasbro. It's the Hot Show, Mark Weber.
Ooh, I got the jersey up. I got the shirts. I got the patron saint parka over there. A lot of differences between the parka and Penta. Just putting a guy in a skeleton suit doesn't make him the same dude.
Right. I could.
But I like them both.
Yeah, I could be La Parka, but I couldn't be Penta.
Wait, how old were you in 1995?
46.
Not old enough. Not old enough to be La Parka.
Hey, there you go.
But I'm old enough now.
Yeah, actually, you were by La Parka, right, when Terry Funk attacked somebody in the crowd next to you?
That wasn't La Parka. That was the three-way match at WCW Sin. With Terry Funk, the Man Called Meng, and Crowbar. La Parka was involved in that match.
Crowbar was underrated, but I don't know that he belonged in that Trinity.
Look, somebody had to do all the hard bumps, okay?
I guess that's fair.
Somebody had to be the athlete in that match.
Who ate the pin?
I believe it was Uncle Terry.
Yeah, he didn't care.
I think he got pinned by the man called Meng, who then the next night showed up on Raw.
There you go.
Wins the hardcore title, bails immediately.
Because they didn't call him King Tonga. Got to have standards.
God, the Monday Night Wars. Oh,
Who ate the pin? The boy.
Josiah Alcorn. So you get Disneyland questions ready for Phil. There you go. It'll be later in the show. Save those for later in the show.
That was the pre-show.
In the bottom corner, he is again free from jury duty. So he decided
civic responsibility.
Minute at the 11th hour to join us. He is freshly coiffed. He's got the haircut finally. No longer a mulleted hippie. It's Rex and Rob.
I was trying to do my Jeff Fisher, but I can't get that stupid.
The Gunny retired in 1995 to free up time to be La Parka, I'll bet.
That's right. Next time I see Gunny, I'm going to have him go.
Good question here for the honcho from Bart Simon. No Slaughters Marauders barbecue on display?
I mean, look, to prove I'm a real toy podcaster, there's a display cabinet.
I mean, it's not right behind you, so I don't know.
Nah, but that's just the new setup, right? So
should move all your desk right next to the front of the stairs.
I might have taken him out.
I'm just saying, if he's not in your cabinet, that frees him up to be like next to La Parka at the very least.
Yeah, or also available for food.
There's no quotes around that. He's just available.
Yeah, he's what I like to call available for purchase.
A couple of weekends ago, when I was at the toy department's 8th anniversary sale, I kept taking pictures of various toys and sending them to the applicable. And of course, Slaughters Marauders barbecue goes to Mark. Is like, you need this guy. And some.
I think he was like $7.99, something like that. I said back the one-word reply: overpriced.
I think it was 15, but yeah, it's still low retail.
Yeah,
low retail.
Yeah,
I'd have made a killing, man, because it'd have been 15 with 15% off.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been bargains ahoy. And we've rescued him from our friends over at Articulated Points. Fresh new episode this past week. If you haven't watched, Phil Donnelly on the program. First time. We haven't seen Phil since right around Christmas time. So that's like a record.
It's been a while. Yeah.
Wasn't Phil?
And I was enjoying my time.
First episode, Mark was back.
Yeah, that was the last time.
All right, so post Christmas then. First episode of the new year, January. But Andrew Galgan is confused. There's a new guy in the bottom corner, Phil Donnelly.
Yeah, it rhymes with cannoli.
Right.
Phil, it's Phil Donnelly. He works at construction.
Cannoli.
Hey, it's Donnelly. Hey,
I'm in charge of the concrete.
Yeah, you need Disneyland. You need Disneyland tickets. You need out of jury duty.
We got out jury duty rack time, Rob. No problem.
I know a guy.
He once hit Ron Rickles with a phone. Yeah. Good story.
Yorktown Joe asking who had 90s wrestling before the intros on their bingo card. That's always a possibility here. That's at least on your bingo card.
Yeah, that's so funny.
That's weird. Come on now.
Kelsey won't even take that bad. Nope.
Yeah.
It's going to be in the B or the I column, not even further down.
Easy. Just plain old Jay. Mike should start stealing AEW's catch line and start saying it's Tuesday night. You know what that means. I mean, it's not bad. That's a good one.
Anybody who steals something from Excalibur needs to go play in trap.
Look, man, he's got one good line. That's a line worth stealing. I'll give that.
And it was Jim Ross's line. He just inherited it.
That's fine. He's not my favorite.
I love it when they give him the billboards, like 2 minutes of billboards to do in 20 seconds. And to his credit, he does his damn best.
He smokes it, man. He does.
But he sounds like the Micro Machines guy, like on a bender.
John Moshida Jr.
There you go.
Correct.
The voice of Blur.
That's right. Blur from Transformers.
I think you mispronounced it, Phil. It's the Micro Machines guy.
Yes.
He'll be at TFCon LA next week.
Formerly
Very
the FedEx guy.
Right. And it's going to be, he's going to have a name card that says John Machida Jr. And underneath that, it'll say the Micro Machines
Micro
guy.
Machines guy.
Or the Federal Express guy. But either way, it's the same thing. Same thing. It's look, if my lot in life 30 years past my relevance was to be known as the Micro Machines guy, I would just take it, because nobody's going to remember Irizarry. Nobody's spelling that right. Fine, Micro Machines guy.
Trust us.
Yeah. What's on Joe Mine guy? Okay, sure, why not? Sounds good.
Is that why your name says Ragtime Rob and not your last name?
I don't know. He did it.
Because nobody can change those. You know, Rob's got he's got a different title every week, but he can't change his own name.
Some week I'm waiting for it to be Ragtime Rob full of GD fish.
Yeah, full of GD fish.
That's my favorite one.
I need to change it to GD Lake up there.
We haven't seen old Gordon for a while. He hasn't been catching the live. He's left a couple comments for us on YouTube. Haven't seen him in the live chat much lately. Hi, Gordon. Speaking of the live chat, thank you for joining us, of course. Make sure that you're doing all that cool YouTube stuff. Make sure that you are giving us a thumbs up. You're a little short on thumbs up lately. Come on now. We don't ask for much. It's free and it's quick. It doesn't even interrupt the show. Make sure that you're subscribed. About 25% of you every week that tune in and catch us are not, and I just don't understand that. And of course, feel free to leave a big boy comment down below with whatever comments you may have about what's going on screen at the time, or just your thoughts in general, because Lord knows some of you are totally non sequitur on those comments.
Flow of consciousness.
Right. We're here for it. It's fine. Just don't be a dick and it'll be okay. That's the only rule. Don't be a dick.
D-bad.
Yeah. The classic Gary Godso rule number 1. D-bad. All right. Yeah, Beta Ray Bob, he understands. He's a micronaut, you know. Look at him down there. All silver-headed.
Is that a life-size pick?
When you blow it up, I can see it's a Micronaut. When you shrink it back down over there in the comments, it looks like Aquaman.
Robot Aquaman.
That's cool.
That looks like
Looking pale and tragic.
Oh.
highest grossing DC movie.
What do you say? Now that we've wasted enough of America's time.
Yeah.
We actually do have some news to discuss. Let's get to the news. Come on, news thing. There you go. There you go. Just sitting there frozen on my screen. I was really again, I continue to just be afraid. Oh, Lord.
More coal.
Got to break out that hamster wheel.
Here's all that good stuff we just told you to do. Only now we got a spiffy graphic on it, thanks to Paul Sidaway.
Look
So
at
the
that.
whole Joe team wants you to like, share, comment, and subscribe. None of it costs you anything. The most important thing you can do is sit here and watch and do the free stuff. There's some stuff that can cost you some money that you can do to help us out too, but we'll talk about that later. And of course, super chats are open. Anyways, first news item. Hey, we talked about it last week, or we showed it to you guys last week, but My Palatory Story is now officially a project we love over on Kickstarter. So make sure that you're heading over that way. We do have a link down below in the comments where you can get a load of the 60th anniversary special edition of My Palatoy Story. The original was out back in 2023. They are adding 32 pages of content, pictures and stories from Bob and his coworkers, and everything about the UK's first and foremost toy manufacturer. Of course, we talked about it with Bob and Brian Hickey for almost 2 hours. And we popped that one up there, and none of you have watched it, really, or very few of you have watched it. Thanks to those that have. But, you know, it kind of explains why we don't do a ton of special editions anymore, because nobody watches them when we do them.
Man, we broke news on this, right?
Right?
If you haven't watched it, you're probably pronouncing Bob's last name wrong.
Right?
So,
Like, I'll probably keep doing it. I'll be honest. It's been in my head the wrong way for 10 years. And so now it is a real process to get Breakin in there. Breakin.
Bob?
No. Not helping things. My best friend Jamie, his son's name is Brecken. Not helping.
No. He's Bob freaking Breakin, all right? Get it right.
Or freaking Bob Breakin, which has kind of a better rhythm to it. Anyways.
You go around calling
That's his wrestling name.
Yeah.
You can go around talking about all your G.I. Joe knowledge of all the stuff you know about Bob Brecken and Larry Hama, but it doesn't make you sound smart.
No, it doesn't. It does not. But yes, Mark. So Mark and I, we got up early on Super Bowl Sunday to get this one done for you guys, and nobody's watching it. So maybe give that one a look when we're done here tonight or sometime tomorrow. Chock full of information. It's just an hour 45 of knowledge. So make sure you get this one watched, and do all the cool YouTube stuff for it there too. Do all the thumbs up and then check out the Kickstarter. Get yourself this book. It is just if you're a toy historian at all, this book basically has the UK covered. The UK part of your library is finished with My Palatoy Story. And be sure to check out Total Action Force Volume 3 while you're there. Right?
Yeah.
Can you beat that, Mark? Totally.
No.
I mean, it's everything you need. It's everything you need.
It's like a Jet 2 holiday. Nothing
Right?
beats. Yeah.
Nothing beats it.
You got Palatoy on one side, and then you got your focus on Action Force and Action Man on the other. What else do you need? You're crazy if you miss out. That's all I'm saying. Rack Time Rob, you gonna miss out?
Of course not.
You better not.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But if you missed Total Action Force Parts 1 and 2, Total Action Force Volume 3 has you covered, because it's a bit more expansive. It's more all-encompassing. There's some detail work that maybe you missed from Action Force Volumes 1 and 2. But Total Action Force Volume 3 is really, if you missed out on the first two, Volume 3 will get you there. So don't worry about that. So be sure to check out both of those Kickstarters right now, available on Kickstarter. I guess.
Yeah.
Both of those campaigns available on Kickstarter. Because I'm a professional.
Mm-hmm.
No one believes that. Next news item.
Freaking.
Oh, I hope if Bob ever sees that, he can forgive me. Anyways, this past, I guess it was earlier this week or late last week, Hasbro joined a wave of companies suing the U.S. government over tariff payments. Hasbro is suing for funds or tariffs paid plus interest under President Trump's emergency trade measures, which were declared illegal/unconstitutional by the U.S. Supreme Court on February 20th. Over 2,000 businesses have filed similar suits, including L'Oreal, Bausch & Lomb, Conair, and Thai. When you've crossed the Beanie Baby people, you've just screwed up
Right.
in a big way.
Not to mention Nicolas Cage. I mean,
Right. This is right off of Reuters.com. And So yeah, like we've had a number of reasons to not root for Hasbro in recent years. Most of them involving layoffs of hardworking people. But you know what? I'm actually pulling for him here.
Just when you thought you'd never root again for big business.
Right? Come on, big business.
Right?
Range bedfellows.
Come on, big business.
In retrospect, maybe Jar Jar shouldn't have suggested new supreme powers for Donald Trump. Probably not a good idea.
Right. I want to. I don't want to spend a ton of time on this because really don't want to get too political here. But there's a reason why. The joke in Washington goes that tariffs come around every 100 years because it takes that long for everybody who remembered how bad they were the last time to die. And it's just kind of the next wave of this. So gear up for the next wave of tariffs somewhere around 2021-50.
Hey, kudos to the Supreme Court for taking care of this in just over a year.
Right.
Great. I'm Johnny on the spot with that.
That actually is pretty quick. So
yeah.
No sarcasm detected on that one for Supreme Court stuff. Anyways, like I said, don't want to go too far into this because you can't help but get political, and that's not what we try to do here. So fill in your own conclusions. Next news item. And tonight's big news, as you can tell from our thumbnail, a G.I. Joe reboots in the works at Paramount. Max Landis pitching a script years after Me Too allegations derailed his career. Danny McBride also been tapped to pitch his take on the Hasbro toy franchise. This is off of Variety. Has been picked up by any number of news outlets since. Mark Weber, what are your thoughts here? As an avowed G.I. Joe movie fan, what's going through your mind?
I mean, I remember, God, it wasn't even that long ago, right? When one of the go-to threads on any Joe message board or group was, let's do dream casting for a potential G.I. Joe theatrical movie, right? Everywhere, over and over again, because all we wanted was a movie, and we got a bunch, and not one of them was very good. I think Retaliation is passable, right? I think most people are kind of okay with Retaliation.
Especially the extended cut.
Yeah, well, yeah, good point. But Rise of Cobra was a big disappointment. Snake Eyes movie was absolute garbage. Well, no, I guess everybody says that, and then I correct it myself. Storm Shadow was great. Scarlet was pretty good. Veritas was actually not bad. But the main character of modern G.I. Joe was completely not just wrong, but reversed. Right. Let's have a talking, manipulative smartass instead of the mute, honorable moral center of the entire team. So as long as Steve Bonaventura has control over these rights, I have very, very low expectations for anything G.I. Joe or Transformers, really. And the idea that it's Max Landis and Danny McBride, look, maybe Danny McBride is a lifetime G.I. Joe fan, right? Probably the right age, but neither of those names instills massive confidence. So,
Max Landis was born in 1985, which would make him 41.
Okay.
Danny McBride is 49. So
McBride's a little more wheelhouse, though.
Right. Like I could see Danny McBride being one of those guys who's just been a fan since was a fan when he was a kid and was like, let me give that a shot.
I mean, if anybody says, what does McBride know about G.I. Joe and war and patriotism, there's that whole Eastbound and Down clip where he comes out to the mountain in American with the American flag as a cape, I think. So,
right. Eastbound and Down was for 3 seasons a perfect arc of television glory, and unfortunately it went 4 seasons.
Yeah.
But like those first 3 seasons, which was the original plan for the show, and then HBO talked him into a 4th, and it wasn't that good. But you take those first 3 seasons of Eastbound and Down, and they're amazing. And I'll stack that up with any television that I've ever seen.
Nobody else got Will Ferrell as Ric Flair selling cars. So.
And Righteous Gemstones is amazing. I don't know if you guys watched that at all, but that show is incredible. And then like he had Vice Principals, and Vice Principals was pretty good. And it's an afterthought because those other two shows were just that great. So we know that this man can write. We'll throw up. We got some resume action going here. Max Landis, son of legendary Hollywood director and producer John Landis, who, of course, was responsible for the Blues Brothers, my favorite movie of all time. Was a head writer and showrunner for Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, which doesn't sound like much, but it was well received. And writer for the movie
Douglas Adams property.
Right. Writer for movie Mr. Right, which was not as well received. As well as writer, director, producer for several smaller projects, a lot of them DC Comics related. A lot of fan type projects on Max Landis's resume. It's nice to have connections. His career was derailed by allegations levied by the Me Too movement, although no charges were ever filed against him. And then, of course, we got Danny McBride, a writer and star at Eastbound and Down, Vice Principals, Righteous Gemstones, movie The Foot Fist Way from 2006, and Your Highness from 2011, which is just kind of on there as proof that nobody bats 1,000. As a writer, he was tapped to resuscitate the Halloween franchise, which went very well, and the Exorcist franchise, which didn't go so well. And then he also appeared in Hot Rod, Pineapple Express, Tropic Thunder, Land of the Lost, This Is the End, Sausage Party, and others. There again, there's some winners, there's some losers in that crowd, but that's acting for you. If they take a Danny McBride treatment to G.I. Joe, I'm in. Okay, I'm in. I'm that big of a fan of the TV that he put together that I'm willing to at least, like, you got a ticket out of me, no question. It's kind of the one that's been swept under the rug. I really think that Max Landis, like, they threw this at him to generate interest. Like, there's no such thing as bad publicity. That kind of action. Like, oh, well, here, this Me Too guy, let's throw G.I. Joe at him and see what happens. And let's also give a job to Danny McBride, and maybe that's our leader in the clubhouse kind of thing. Phil, you're in Los Angeles. You know everything about the movie business.
Oh, of course.
What are your thoughts here?
Well, first of all, the idea of writing two scripts at the same time and then melding them together sounds insane to me, because
I don't know if that's the plan. I don't know. I don't think melding them together is in the.
I think they're soliciting pitches.
Yeah, they're just pitches, man.
Well, that was the first headline I saw about that. So that sounds like an insane idea, and that's why I don't think that's necessarily what's happening. But
it's happened before, though. Sometimes it works, but
yeah, a lot of times it doesn't.
Yeah,
and Max Landis doesn't exactly fill me with optimism, but Danny McBride, I still remember him in Tropic Thunder, and just what impression he left me on that. So, the guy knows military. But of course, you're at the script writing phase. Anybody can write a script. Anybody can pitch a script. There's a long way from having a story treatment to having a finished film.
Right. We have a number of steps before we even get to a movie, should one have it. Like, even this announcement is by no means a guarantee that a fourth G.I. Joe is happening. Ragtime Rob, how about your thoughts on all this business?
I'm just kind of in the opinion of wake me when they actually start shooting something.
Yeah. I mean, that's the.
Because I've heard stories of pitches. I mean, all the time. So,
yeah, that's the legitimate reaction to it. The mature and well-reasoned reaction, and that's exactly what we don't want.
Yeah, Steven Spielberg's been pitching Black Hawk for since the mid '80s. So,
Andrew Gogan has a good point over there that Landis wrote the script for Bright, on Netflix, which I never saw, but I read that and forgot about it. And I didn't know it was directed by David Ayer, who did Fury. And Fury is one of the best war movies ever. I love it. So, yeah.
I did miss that, and I saw it and I forgot to add it in there.
I just like the Ayer tie, right?
Yeah.
Like, guys showing he could do big budget military. So,
I was excited that he was doing the Suicide Squad movie until I saw the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. The first third of it was good.
Like I said, the part where they're assembling where they show how all the villains ended up in prison is great.
And then
Man, it's 100 floors of terror. They can't all be hit.
Yeah. So then just watch that part and then jump to the James Gunn one. So,
Right. Noah Manchild asks, if you get Danny McBride acting in a G.I. Joe movie, who would you cast him as? I wouldn't. I don't think that that's what this is. Danny McBride is a 50-year-old doughy guy.
Yeah.
It's like casting myself in a G.I. Joe movie. I just wouldn't do it unless I was some guy driving a taxi or something with a quick cameo line.
So one of the jugglers.
There you go.
Yeah, maybe he can get that afro of his underneath a plate hat. But yeah, we don't need any 50-year-old guys out of shape being cast as G.I. Joes. No, thank you. Let him write it. Let him do it. Let him just do what they hired him to do.
And the best thing in there is that they said reboot, right? You don't have to save anything from the existing theatrical.
Right. Like we're a little bit past it at this point, aren't we?
Yeah.
Like even if you decide you think, oh well, Retaliation, that was a good core G.I. Joe universe. Everybody, that was 12 years ago at this point. Everybody's just that much older, and why keep them? Why force everybody to be around for that again? Yorktown Joe, I feel no need for a live-action G.I. Joe. Make a high-quality animated movie or an episodic streaming series. That's my bullet point. Should be entertaining with a little nostalgia, not a realistic-looking war film. I agree. I don't think G.I. Joe is in the movie business at all, right? Unless it's something that is an offshoot of a long-running animated series. I think there's just too many characters. There's too much lore. There's too much mythology. You're never going to make everybody happy. And so for us fans, I think animated series is the way to go. I've got some of the specs, some of the details on the 3 live action offerings. Rise of Cobra was 2009. Stars and director, you can read there. Channing Tatum, Marlon Wayans, Dennis Quaid, among others. Stephen Summers was the director. $175 million budget, which took in $302 million worldwide. IMDb rating of 5.7, which isn't bad. Which says that this movie it's not a hit with fans, right? Like we're way on the inside with G.I. Joe. We're the folks who have been in on this for 20, 30, 40 years or more. We're not big fans of Rise of Cobra on the whole, but the general public didn't mind G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra. It's inoffensive. You can tell by the way it kept getting rerun on cable for over a decade after its release that people were watching,
right?
People were watching it, or they wouldn't put it on. Same thing with Retaliation. Starred Dwayne Johnson, Bruce Willis, Adrian Palicki, John M. Chu, my favorite Hollywood director. Budget of $130 million, which brought back a bigger $375 million worldwide. That's a legitimate hit. Maybe not a franchise-altering one. We're not talking about a zenith touchstone of pop culture or anything, but absolutely a hit. Same IMDb rating, 5.7. There again, people like it okay because it was on in syndicated programming for. Like if you turn on your TV now, I promise you, G.I. Joe Retaliation was on somewhere in basic cable in the last week, right?
I say that the people who gave it the same IMDb rating as Rise of Cobra clearly did not watch the ninja fight on the mountain.
Right. Ninja fight right there should bump it up to a 6.0. Ninja Fight was fantastic. I don't care where you're from.
Yeah.
Then we got Snake Eyes Origins at 2021. Starred Henry Golding, Andrew Koji, Haruka Abe, who I will maintain the greatest come from behind win in G.I. Joe history was her surviving that movie. Directed by Robert Schwenke, a budget of $88 million. So as we see, the budget keeps shrinking on these G.I. Joe offerings. Worldwide box, only $40 million. Part of that is being not a very good movie. Part of that was that this was right at the beginning of when things started to open up after the pandemic.
And this was not the movie to get people to risk their health.
Right.
No.
That was not what's going to drive people out of their safe living rooms. IMDb rating of 5.4, so not as good as the other two, but again, we're not looking at this at a film that the general public views. And mind you, this is not scientific, but these are ratings from people that, if you're on IMDb and you're paying for the service to be able to have the ability to rate movies, you at least like movies. So these are people that I assume to be at least have watched a lot of movies to know what's decent, and they consider it okay, middle of the road.
They're all just a little better than average.
Right, just slightly above, and in Snake Eyes' case, slightly less above. So, from the general public standpoint, G.I. Joe is not a bomb. It's just a shrug. It's fine, great.
One thing to note, Mike, on the difference between Rise of Cobra and Retaliation, though, is that the worldwide, the international box office is much stronger for Retaliation. Whether that's the rock star or who knows what. But
truthfully, Mark, it worked that way for Rise of Cobra too. The domestic take on Rise of Cobra was pretty disappointing.
I think the domestic take, though, if you compare Rise of Cobra to Retaliation, is starkly different. The feeling inside Hasbro was that they had offended or disappointed the walk-up crowd domestically. G.I. Joe, I kind of remember that, let's go see it, weren't thrilled with it. And that big slice of your overall movie-going fan base did not come back. That was the feeling inside Hasbro.
When I was putting together the stats, and mind you, I just saw numbers. You were there. You're gonna have a better feeling. So I am not saying this to argue with you. But looking just at the raw numbers, Rise of Cobra domestically, of that $302 million, $88 million was domestic.
Yep.
On a $175 million budget, that is not great. And overseas ticket sales saved Rise of Cobra.
And it took a while for them to get to that 300 point. It was just barely crossing that.
Right. But it was pretty successful. Like it was. I think it was more successful overseas than they expected it to be. And then on Retaliation, on a budget of $130 million, domestic take was about $100 million. So they still didn't make it back. Like domestically speaking, yes, I see why that would be the prevailing attitude, where it was disappointing. They did not get what they thought they were going to get domestically. And then again, the overseas sales, overseas box office on Retaliation was also strong. So I think it's just a case where both statements are true, if that makes any sense. Retaliation, I think, was also viewed as being a bigger success because it made them more money and they spent less money. But
always good.
Yeah, never a bad thing. I'm getting caught up with live statements, so if you guys have anything you want to say, this is the time.
No, I got high.
You guys are the best.
Right?
I just remember after the San Diego Comic-Con, after Retaliation had come out, they actually had John M. Chu in the booth for a signing. And one of my favorite memories was actually being able to talk to him for a few minutes there. And he actually asked my thoughts about what I would want to see in the sequel. So it was like, even in the summer of 2013, it sounded like they were hoping to move forward with another movie.
That was definitely the plan. When we spoke to him on What's on Joe Mind, if you go back into our audio archives, you can listen to that episode. Heck of a nice guy, right? I mean, that's why he's my favorite Hollywood director, because he's the only one that I've met, and he was a heck of a nice guy.
When I told him what I wanted to see, he actually wrote it down too, because I introduced myself from yojo.com, and he recognized the URL, of course.
Yeah, he was something of a fan. I don't know if he's a dyed-in-the-wool, diehard like we're like anybody who's probably watching this show is, but he certainly knew the property. He was bound a little bit by what came before in Rise of Cobra, but he knew what he wanted to do, and I think he had a good handle and a good feel for what G.I. Joe was in relation to being either military or sci-fi, or and this was a guy who his track record to that point was a bunch of dance movies. Like, this is not a guy who had done action before.
And documentaries too. He was still kind of known for Justin Bieber documentaries.
Right. But again, music type stuff. So I was surprised by how decent Retaliation turned out to be. And how out of the three,
I've long said the weakest parts of Retaliation are where they had to deal with the leftovers from Rise of Cobra.
Right. I would say that out of the three of these, it's the only one that holds up to a rewatch. Like Rise of Cobra, I watched that. I did a rewatch recently with the team over at Knowing Is Half the Podcast, and it's terrible. It just in 2024, or I think early 24 when we did that one. I was just going, oh my God, I used to stand up for this movie, and I don't anymore. And then of course Snake Eyes, I came out of it wanting to like it, and then I watched it a second time and realized that I was a fool.
Oh, you watched it a second time?
I have. I did. I needed to be honest, Rob. I needed to see if is my fandom getting in the way of having the correct amount of critical discernment on this picture, and it turns out that it did a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet.
It's probably the best.
Mike, if you watch it for a third time, it becomes Snake Eyes Tokyo Drift.
Yeah. And you know what Tokyo Drift is in these parts?
That's right.
It's the code phrase for when you get sick to your stomach the third time in a day.
There you go. Hey, I dug into the numbers just quick on Box Office Mojo. And maybe their numbers are off, because this is what I remembered, was that Rise of Cobra, that made $302 million, was an almost even split, domestic versus international. Both made about $150 million, domestically versus international, on the first movie, Rise of Cobra. But on the second movie, the one that made Retaliation, $375 million, only $122 million of that came domestically.
Okay.
So it was a third of a bigger slice of pie. But overseas, they made more than 100. They made basically 100 million more international.
Yeah, no, that sounds consistent with what IMDb had. So that, like, the Retaliation part of it, like I said, it sounds exactly like what I saw on the other site. So, but yeah, it's skewed a little bit different than on Rise of Cobra. So I don't know how they figure these things. I don't know what their sources.
Yeah, I don't know either. But
I would trust your source better than mine.
I mean,
Box Office Mojo, that's what they do, right?
Well, and I'm tickled because this actually touches back on a time when I was actually there and involved. But the feeling inside was that they lost a good chunk of the domestic audience, but after Rise of Cobra, that they didn't even get Retaliation shot, which is a shame because it's a marked improvement over Rise of Cobra. But a lot
I think that 8 month or whatever year delay it was did not help public perception of this movie.
No, and it murdered the book. Absolutely murdered.
Yeah. I generally think that Retaliation is one of those movies that, like I said, it's aged pretty well for what it is. I mean, it's a dumb action movie. It's fine. It's got the G.I. Joe label on it, but there's lots of fun performances in there. Jonathan Pryce is great. Ray Stevenson is great. You know, The Rock as Roadblock is fun. Bruce Willis is fun, even if he's just playing kind of the Bruce Willis character. There's a lot of fun things about Retaliation, so I get why people enjoy it still.
Like, Retaliation was 10 years ahead on Walton Goggins, right?
Right?
Yeah, there you go.
All about Walton Goggins as the warden, this throwaway part that he is just chewing on scenery and making a great thing. I remember watching that movie with Gary, with Godso, and he's just like, who is that guy? I need that guy in every movie.
Even the most cynical G.I. Joe fan, if he tells you the bit on the mountain, even before they're doing the parkour stuff, right? But when Storm Shadow rushes out into the hall and then stops, and the camera goes over his shoulder, and there's Snake Eyes, right? That's a drop in plot.
Right.
Now, and the fight is a little ridiculous, but still, you know, the two best ninjas ever fighting in a hall.
It's ninja fights on the side of a mountain.
Yeah. If you tell me you didn't, you know, clap or jump off the couch or drop the popcorn when you first saw that, then you're not. I'm sorry, man. You're just not a fan.
You're not a fan of anything if you don't like Ninja Fight. You don't like anything.
No, that was big.
I question your humanity if you didn't like Ninja Fight.
You might be aboard.
Right. I mean, Ninja Fight. Even ESPN did a spoof of Ninja Fight.
Yeah.
When they had John Kruk and Carl Ravitch on the side of the mountain, and Snake Eyes swings over and brings them hot dogs for a Baseball Tonight commercial. John Kruk just looks at, come on, Snake Eyes, you forgot the mustard. And he just swings off.
John Kruk was ninja. Who knew?
John Kruk's awesome.
I love John. That guy's happy.
And yet they canceled the red ninja figure.
Well,
look, I'm all aboard they did ninja too much, right? Like, everybody can't be in the NWA. But, man, when it's Snake Eyes versus Storm Shadow, one-on-one, like, come on. And all the diehard Sunbow fans were like, wait, I thought his arch enemy was Spirit.
yeah. Look, man. Even if that is it, that you just have to stop and appreciate Ninja Fight on a mountain. Get you next time, Spirit. Again, Ninja Fight on a mountain. You don't have to be a G.I. Joe fan to like that scene. You don't have to be the first thing about G.I. Joe to like that scene. That scene's incredible.
Didn't John Chu say that he had done that fight on the back of like his grandma's couch as a kid? And I'm like, what's better than that, right? Like, you grow up to direct G.I. Joe and go, I got a really good idea. Because it worked out. I already storyboarded it out on my grandma's couch 30 years ago.
Right. And then two production assistants wheel in the couch.
Yep.
This is right from Meemaws. Let's do it again.
And she's banging
on string.
She's banging on the door. Give me back my couch.
It's still got the plastic wrap on it.
Wheel of Fortune's on. Give me back the couch.
I gotta watch my stories.
At least give her back the quilt.
Yeah, that's a really good boy, Rob. Can you imagine how many ninjas would have died on that slipcover?
Right.
Mountain climbing's treacherous enough.
Terry Hawkins. At JoeCon, after Rise of Cobra, I spoke to Adewale, who played Heavy Duty. We talked more about his recent appearance in Monk than G.I. Joe. Yeah, that's probably how that went. He didn't have a real big part in that movie. For a guy who had a name at that particular moment, he was just kind of, he showed up, he shouted a couple things, and then we didn't see him again. And then he'd come back, shout a couple more things, and then we didn't see him again. Yeah,
he had a bigger part in the Suicide Squad, and you couldn't recognize him.
Yeah, it's
because he was covered under croc makeup.
Yeah. There's Rise of Cobra's. It didn't do well for me on the rewatch, on the modern rewatch. So that's kind of the ins and outs there. If you're catching us on replay, by all means, leave your thoughts down in the comments below. We'll try and get some of them up in the live chat here. So just be respectful, whatever you say. Nothing sucks. None of that. Have legitimate criticism if you're going to have criticism.
I'm just glad that Retaliation seems to be aging better than a Canon Films release.
Right.
Unless it's American Ninja.
Andrew Gauguin agrees. We do need Walton Goggins in every movie. Hey, look, man, who doesn't need Baby Billy? Nobody. Everybody needs little Baby Billy. Maybe we'll get the Warden again if they take the Danny McBride movie.
Ooh.
I mean, he didn't die, did he? Maybe.
No, I don't think so. We didn't see him die at any rate. So
I don't know. They did turn that room into a fireball, and I think he was still in it.
Look, man, he ducked behind a table.
I mean, Storm Shadows. It's possible.
He jumped in the water tank with Destro. He's fine.
That'd be something at the opening is Destro just climbing out of a grave, dragging Walton Goggins with him.
Come on, Goggins.
He's now
gotta move it again. Oh, that would be awesome. I'd take that. He's a little old, but I'd take it.
Nowhere Man-Child's onto something here. G.I. Joe 3. Shebang.
That Ninja Mountain Battle. Shebang.
I wonder what that kind of movie would look.
Sorry, Mark, I stepped on you there. I
was putting it high above the rim too.
I was already hitting the button when you said it. I'm sorry.
If that's the sequel, I've lost my enthusiasm.
So good.
I've gained more.
Yes,
it slipped somehow.
Maybe you need to see it again.
Nope, not helping.
Ryan Reynolds is Shebang.
No, then he'd be all sarcastic.
I'm sure he could play. He could play something else, maybe, possibly, maybe for his 20-year anniversary or something.
Yeah, see, Jeff. We know what Jeff's doing. We know what he's here for.
It's fair.
People are here for the clips. I only do one every couple of months, so I'm happy when people decide that they like them.
Yeah, we got baited into that. That's all right.
Stitch Young, I was excited for movie news. Now I'm somewhat melancholy. I mean, don't do that yet. Don't give up yet. They've at least gotten some folks who have some kind of a track record. We're not dealing with unknowns. We know that these are people that can put out projects that other people want to see. So hopefully they have some respect for the lore. Obviously, you're not going to be able to adapt all of it into one 2 hour long project. But you know, I have a feeling that somehow Danny McBride, closet G.I. Joe fan, part of me wants to believe this.
Hey, and if we switch your enthusiasm, look, man, we're just keeping it real, right? We're the show that tells it like it is, Gorilla.
We're not. I don't think we're being overly pessimistic. I think we're trying to recap an accurate snapshot of the movies that came before. Now that an appropriate amount of distance has happened between then and now, I don't think we're going overboard. Lord knows, you mentioned live action G.I. Joe movies on most of G.I. Joe YouTube, and they're all like, "Oh, that sucked. That sucked. It sucked. It suckety sucks." And you're like, do you know any other words? Can you use your words? And we're not.
Well, I mean, they're all upset because it didn't feature their favorite Joe, Blizzard or something.
Right. I mean, I tried to be careful about Rise of Cobra because it was a big disappointment, right? But just like anything else that was anticipated and disappointed, like Attack of the Clones, right? People like, episode 1 was the worst. I hated every minute. Like, really? Darth Maul wasn't cool?
Right.
You didn't like the best saber fight ever? Right? You didn't like young Obi-Wan? Like, they got a lot of it right.
Right.
But it's
pretty cool.
Yeah, you can be disappointed in it. Let's not pretend like, it was 100% garbage, right? Like, Rise of Cobra has one of the best lines of any G.I. Joe thing ever. When ripcord with quotes, goes, "What's his deal?" They go, "Snake Eyes? Yeah, he don't talk. Why not? He don't say." Perfect.
Dave McDonald going Simpsons on us. Starland Vocal Band, they suck. Oh, okay. If you want to bring up Starland Vocal Band, they do kind of suck.
No new crap. Oh no, wait, that was for Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Hey, for Benebury Bob, also known as Aquaman Micronaut.
Right.
Not to toot my own horn, but there's very little I can say that's cool that nobody knows. I read a Micronauts movie script.
It lived to tell the tale.
It was awful. I mean, it was god awful. I'm not sure if it or Mask was worse. But
well, the problem with a Micronauts movie, I think, is that people remember the Micronauts comic book, and everything that made that cool is owned by Marvel.
Yeah, exactly.
So they can't use it.
I think the one thing they had
for our listeners, real quick, don't be disappointed with any G.I. Joe movie news. You could be waiting for a Micronauts movie. I dare say that Mark is happy to wait for a Micronauts movie, but go on, Mark.
The one thing that they were able to get legally out of the comic, because it was actually the name of the toy, was a Croyer, right? They were able to have that, and but to make sure they didn't get sued, they were going to use it as a type, like you'd be a Croyer Rob, that'd be a Croyer Rob. It wasn't the full name of the hero. It was like a title, but he was going to be the main guy because he's the coolest.
But they didn't call him Acro Year?
A Croyer. Supposed to be It was going to be a cartoon and everything.
Terry Hawkins says, "Never let your Qui-Gons be bygones, or your Qui-Gons be bygones." I guess.
Qui-Gon.
Don't be mispronouncing Liam Neeson.
Andrew Goggins says, "Really, they just need to hire me to write the G.I. Joe movie since they've already connected it to Transformers. I can get it to Mask. We don't need it connected to any of those things." Honestly, it's a 2-hour movie. There's already more than enough character to choose from in the G.I. Joe universe. Let's just make a G.I. Joe movie. Yorktown Joe asking, was there something besides movie speculation this week? Yeah. I mean, yeah, Hasbro sued the government. Where were you, man?
Plus Danhausen.
Can you beat that? I mean,
did that happen on stream, or is that a pre-show?
I think if we hang around Thursday or Friday rather, I think Danhausen sues the government.
All right.
Danhausen will sue both Ghostbusters.
Oh my goodness. So again, whatever your thoughts may be, Replay Squad, fire away down in the comments down below. Remember, be respectful. Regardless of if a movie was good or bad, a lot of hard work did go into making it. So try and keep that in mind when posting your criticisms of what came before. And leave your comments in the big boy space down below.
Those were real animators making that ice sink at the end of Rise of Cobra. It was not AI.
Think of the Red Ninja actors, extra actors who died making that fight scene.
Right.
Next news item. Hey, look, it's comic books.
Ooh.
Skybound's got Real American Hero 326 hitting the newsstands a week from tomorrow. That is not tomorrow. Because remember, what do we have on March 4th?
Nada.
Bupkis. Racktime Rob is correct. Bupkis. Andrew Cronky back on pencils for 326. Solicitations say that it features Snake Eye, Scarlet, Duke, and Roadblock. Can you go wrong with Snake Eye, Scarlet,
Hey.
Duke? Sounds like Old Home Week. But that is happening a week from tomorrow, a mere 8 days from now, at your local comic shop.
Cover illustrated by Lee Weeks, French for the Weeks.
That's left.
It's good looking cover.
Right. No, that's quality. That's quality pinup right there. Like that needs to be a poster of its own, frankly.
Judging by the parapet he's standing on, though, he must have been fighting stormtroopers.
I mean, probably. He probably ducked.
I don't think he had to move muscle.
To be fair, Cobra Troopers never hit anyone either. So
Yeah, he's just fighting Sunbow Cobra, the guys in the blue pajamas.
Yeah.
hey, it's hard to shoot a target when you're in a parachute.
Hey, that's really not a parapet. It's the broadside of a barn, so they're not hitting it.
It's
Cooter's
easy.
Garage, Cooter's Garage asking, any news on the Kentucky G.I. Joe show? Nothing new. I would say you're just welcome to slide on in.
Yeah, it's going to be slick.
Slipping my mind.
Boo! Too far.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mark. You were saying?
I don't even remember what I'm saying.
Oh, well, you be that way then.
Next time I talk, one of us needs to listen.
All right.
why
What's the fun in that?
Rob, that's you.
Let's make that a standing rule. We can rotate it.
That's just
I only
Rob's
I
good.
only listen if it's about me.
That's fair. Dominic Johnson, going back to Danhausen talk. I like Danhausen, but he feels so out of place in the WWE. I don't even watch the shows anymore. I don't know. I tend to think that a wacky misfit like Danhausen, that is where he belongs.
Light touch, it'll be fun.
Right. We don't need to see him challenging for the heavyweight title or anything, but you know what? Backstage segment every week or two, we're gonna be all right.
And eventually, Danhausen puts his career on the line against Gunther.
He slapped the tattoo off his chest is what he'd do.
So good. Very good, very evil, very comatose.
MCDJACDC says, was that in Gymkhana? I think it was.
I think it was in Gymkhana too.
Mick the Dick.
Yeah, I don't know what that stands for. I think we're just going to call him Mickey D.
Gymkhana 2, The Quickening.
I think that's the best we can do there. I don't want to read all those initials again.
It's actually Gymkhana 2, The Kickening.
Oh, I'll allow it.
Thank you, Phil. There you go. Okay, McDJ. Okay, I can do that. That's fair. I'll probably forget.
DJ ACDC. Okay.
Okay. Now we see where the break is. I can go McDJ for short. That's fine. That's just as long as Mickey D. So if you don't want to be confused with America's most mediocre burger, that's fine.
Ash cans and powder reaper.
There you go. Gymkhana the reprint.
I believe that's Gymkhana.
Oh,
I think it was anime.
yeah, that's it.
A lot of speed lines in the background. A lot of people
This is-
going, bah, 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 bah.
This is the one that stars Stewie Griffin.
Oh, very nice.
Looking forward on the
Begin
Skybound
again.
calendar. Of course, tomorrow, as far as the Energon universe goes, we got Buckus.
Seno Comics.
March 11th, as we just detailed, Real American Hero 326 and Transformers 30 hitting the shelves. Alita 1 is on Earth, and she's pissed. Then on March 18th, G.I. Joe 20 and the trade paperback for Volume 3, collecting the Dreadnought War issues all into one paperback. For Mark,
You know what I'm most excited about here?
what's that?
No Void Rivals comic.
I was about to say this is
That's
kind
last week. That's going to be the 24th.
this is your calendar.
Makes me wish I had more hands.
That'll be 25th. Last week is Void Rivals week.
Yeah.
Now that we're not trying to do 2 issues a month anymore for anybody,
Yeah.
to get back into just spacing our calendar outright.
You know what they call 2 issues of Void Rivals? They call it Asked and Answered. It's a lot of talk. Even the gloves talk.
What's what's important is you're not bitter.
I gave him 18 issues, man.
I know.
That's more than the Pepsi Chow.
That is very fair. Is all I can say.
Oh, what are you doing, Rob? Hey, Rob, you ever seen the movie Enemy Mine? It was better.
Yeah, but it didn't have quintessons in it.
It was better. Yeah, quintessons always move the needle.
There's Sharkticons.
Sharkticons have some but quintessons are the Cobra Law.
I would dare say, Mark, is that they pulled ultimate ruse on you. You got the wrong 18 issues.
I guess that's true. Well, guess what? As a matter of fact, at one point I was putting together my 3-year plan for Transformers moving out, and one I really liked, one I was not sure of, and one I knew was a home run hit. And I looked at it and went, I didn't be on the brand for 3 years. Let's go with the home run hit next year. And that was Combiner Wars, and it was.
There you go.
So, and I was actually not on the brand by the time it came out. So
you were
crazy.
You were
crazy.
over on G.I. Joe getting a 5-item count.
Yeah, and letting a talentless brand manager take credit for Combiner Wars, making big money. Oh, I don't even know. It's just so good. Yeah. Try following that up.
Oh, Mark, if we're gonna have an episode dedicated to professional disappointment, I think
What? This one?
I think I'm gonna win. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair.
I think I'm gonna win.
I suppose that's fair.
Because you know my feeling, man. Better to be at the top of the mountain for a little while. Just never be on the road to the mountain at all.
Yeah, I'm the Tommy Rich of professional wrestling.
Look, you're Magnum TA. That's all right. That's
fine. Magnum never won the big belt, and he wrapped his car around the telephone pole.
I just wanted to see the reaction.
I don't know if you're familiar with it, but he's part of a wrestling toy company right now.
Yes.
That is in terrible shape and has everybody angry because they're like 3 years late, and I think only their first line came out, Power Town, and all the toys broke.
That's not good for wrestling toys.
No, and Magnum is just the biggest name they have signed to it. You can't get away from it fast.
I imagine not. No.
It turns out Greg Gagne is just as good a businessman as he was.
No.
But I digress.
Jobalog in Toy City notes that professional disappointment could be a recurring series. I like nationally we could do that one. We could tour with that. as jobs continue to shrink and get eaten up by the continued automation of our workforce. Yeah, I think we could tour on that one.
Yeah.
Nobody'd have the money to come see us, but we could tour. The demand would be there, but ticket sales would not.
What's on your mind? The professional disappointment tour.
Right? I had a boss who was a Clemson grad, and when Clemson lost, he made everybody's life hell. And guess what? It didn't make us root for Clemson.
No. Wait a minute. Football teams can lose?
Right.
Why was I not informed of this?
It's been a year. I'd forgotten.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, you're still celebrating that giant Super Bowl title.
I'm talking about IU.
Yeah, I know.
Look, man, we have to give him this one because it's Indiana football. The all-time worst college football team, and that's his alma mater, and they won a championship.
This is the college football equivalent of the '69 Mets. This is
No, man, the '69 Mets don't hold a candle to this. The '69 Mets were not around for 100 years.
No, that's true. Yeah, like I said, they'd only been around for 7. They made their mark in stinking, but
they were off to a good start, but Indiana football was 100 years of mediocrity at best.
Yeah, no, 130. But anyway.
losing record against the Chicago Doctors and Dentists College.
Yeah.
Hey, they're going to be tough again
enough,
next.
a winning record against Nebraska.
Indiana's going to be tough again next year when they get Scatteroo back. Wait.
No.
Somewhere Gary Godson would say, "Stop talking football. They don't like it. Talk about Hannibal."
No, he's not. He was just as guilty of it as the rest of us were.
Yeah, that's fair.
He also did the football show.
Right. I mean, it was me and him and Jamie. We did the football show so we wouldn't talk football on the show, and then people yelled at us because we did a football show.
Yeah, that's it.
I'll never understand that one.
There's basic broadcasting, man. Give the people what you want.
We broke it off into its own thing so that the people who didn't want to listen to it wouldn't have to listen to it, and they still went and listened to it and then complained that it was there. I got nothing at that point. I don't know what to say.
Wait till next week when we debut our segment housing thing.
Right, our segment housing. Oh, I'm just happy that he, by all accounts, he's a really nice guy. I'm happy he's getting paid.
There you go.
Oh,
wait, didn't toy companies up their prices because of the tariffs? Like a lot of them.
That's the excuse they gave us. Yes.
So we get money back if they get money from the government, right?
No, not
That's
at
not
all.
how it works.
Like I said, it's difficult rooting for big business, but I have to.
I mean, technically, we can file class action suits the same way.
Right. Let me talk for a second. Once they're done and they win that lawsuit, then I can go back to rooting against them. After there are no tariffs and they don't lower their prices, then I can go back to being pissed off.
Sue everybody.
Right? Next news item.
Sue.
Sue.
Where's that smoke coming from?
Let it go, man.
It's from Little Snake Eyes. You know what I'm saying?
It's coming out of the eye.
He had Taco Bell for lunch.
Real American Hero Compendium set number 2 is part of this Kickstarter. Number 1, a lot of us already have it. It's on the shelf behind me over in one of them. But if you missed out on that, you can get all 8 of them in one shot if you want. Or if you don't, you could just get 5 through 8 on their own. They will be available as their own set. We will have a special launch show on March 24th around this Kickstarter. And there will be more details on that as we get closer to the date. Phil will not be here.
No.
Phil. Maybe. I mean,
that's okay.
If Mark has another bout of malaria, maybe then Phil gets called in as a sub.
Isn't Phil in Disneyland that day?
I think so.
Let's see. Let me check my calendar.
Yeah. You don't have to check your calendar. The answer is yes.
It's a day that ends in Y.
It's a Tuesday.
But Lieutenant Falcone advising that we did forget something. There you go. So, again, we will have this on launch day on the 24th at our normal time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. This will probably be funded already. So I'll go ahead and dispel the drama. If it goes half as quickly as the previous one, that means it'll fund in 2 hours. And so, yeah, it's I don't expect that we're going to help this at all, but we can at least get some questions answered, and all that cool stuff.
I don't care how long it funds before we go live. We're still taking credit for what's on Joe Mountain.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
An extra $20.
I think that goes without saying. But,
and if anybody out there wants to go in on the full set and then just sell Mike the Beachhead Volume 8.
No, why would I'm not gonna army build the Volume 8. I'm not doing
Why not? Get like $250. You have one as a base for each figure.
I mean, if I get a second one, we'll finally get the couch nice and even.
That's good.
But I'll probably just buy my own. So.
And once you get the couch nice and even, you can have ninja fights down the back of it.
I can.
Right now, those red ninjas keep falling out. Silly red ninjas.
We lost so many swords in between the cushions. It's not even funny.
Every red ninja that falls off the mountain lands in the loving embrace of Joker. Red ninja fan.
She's probably breaking in and just getting the ones that fall behind the couch, scooping them all out and scurrying away. I trust her to have those kind of skills to accomplish that.
Yeah.
Like part of Joe Colton's backstory is a mystery to even us, our closest friends. So yeah, no,
it's a mystery even to her.
In some cases, yeah, there's a lot.
Manchurian candidated her.
I'm pretty sure competitive eating Canadian drag strip champion, not on the list.
Not on anybody's list. That's
Or
why
throat puncher.
That's why Joe Colton is our friend.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Weapon X Wolverine stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's like growing up in the 80s. You're just kind of left out there and being feral.
That's why Canadians are so nice. They're afraid Joe Colton's going to get.
She's the Canadian Baba Yaga.
Yeah, that's it.
So again, that's in a couple of weeks. So stay with us. We'll have more details as we get closer to the date. Next news item.
Smoke.
There it is. We got our G.I. Joe Fund Me links down below. Roger Taft is still dealing with his eye goo. So let's help Roger get his vision corrected once and for all. He's part of the way there, but we need a little bit more work. Jamie Sullivan's last foot surgery is on tap. We at least have a finish line for him. Good on you. So be sure to check that one out. We've got Cousin Kenny dealing with a superfluous legal bill where he was wrongfully sued. So we need to help him out there. And of course, Diana Davis, her dog just can't stay away from the curtains. And so she's stuck under a mountain of veterinary bills. Whatever you got, if it's $1, it's $2, every little bit helps. And it all adds up. So if you've got anything that you're able to give, if you're in a position to help, please help them out with whatever you got. We appreciate it. They appreciate it. Thank you very much in advance. Next news item.
Gotta stop washing those curtains in Tide with gravy.
Right. And switching
They were like the curtains from The Simpsons. They had corn prints all over it. How could you resist?
The cleansing power of beef.
Switching to pork flavor didn't help at all. Oh, they don't like pork. Oh, they do.
They're Jewish dogs.
Look at that segue and check out our friends at the surveillance report.
Right. Sometimes news happens and it's not a Tuesday. So where do you go? Where's your stop? Where do you get your education? You go to the surveillance board. That's the surveillance
pork.
That's a drop on its own.
Surveillance pork.
I get all my news from all Black, not conspiracy /
Oh God, that one got me. All right, I'm down. Down.
Man down.
Woo!
Phil,
I didn't even get kicked off the show.
Out of the penalty box.
Oh. Yeah. Doug Dello. Phil's being very quiet tonight. Yeah. No,
He was just waiting for that.
Yeah, like a sniper.
Yeah.
It's all about the timing.
That's it.
Oh.
Bam.
Comedy is all timing, baby.
Not at all, Doug. No. Not at all. Oh my God. Oh, okay. All right. I think I'm better now. Okay. But surveillance-port.com. That's right. Take a screenshot or something so you don't have to figure out how to spell surveillance later. It's right there for our friend Eric. Is great about getting news up there. He's also have links to reviews and leaked photos, things that we don't normally do here on What's on Joe Mind. So again, if it's not Tuesday and you want to check the news, surveillancedashboard.com. If it's Tuesday and you're not coming here, I hate you. Do better.
And to be clear, none of us nor the show are endorsing that you go to surveillancedpork.com.
No.
I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I'm going to guess that's not something you want in your browsers.
No, that puts you on a list.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That gets you on a list.
It's not Miss Piggy photos.
No.
Unless it actually is scouring the country for the best pork recipes.
I somehow doubt that, Rob, but okay.
I know, but I got a dream.
Yeah.
Hey, new on Food Network.
It's all G-rated in the back of Rob's brain. He's pure as the driven snow.
Oh no! It's basically I just like pork chops.
Some guy working from home for GoDaddy on the overnight shift is like, who the hell just bought surveillancedpork.com?
And it's me with a recipe book.
Right. It happened because you said it, Mark. Like our live count went down one right after you said that.
See?
And that person left the broadcast to go purchase that domain.
Surveillancedpork.com.
The early
Their
bird
logo
gets
is just that picture, but in pink.
Surveillance-pork.com.
the early bird gets the ad.
It's like the GoDaddy AI is like, do you also want to buy surveillancedpork.com with no hyphen? Fuck no. I want the one with the dash.
That's right.
We'll get Danica Patrick on TV again.
Right. No, we don't need to do that. She's already on the wrong channels as it is.
Didn't she date Aaron Rodgers for a while?
Yeah,
that didn't help.
Is that the most dislikable couple ever?
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there. It's up there. Anyway, next news item.
Pork.
Way to kill the momentum, Mark.
Hey, I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to bring it back down, right? Yeah. When the show gets too wild, I'm getting it back on the tracks.
G.I. Joe 3D Printing Podcast, happy to present Chunky Tank Kitty and his Meowler Tank. Be sure to tune in every Sunday morning. I think noon Eastern is when their new episodes air. Again, that's every Sunday on their channel. It is linked up on our channel. Be sure to visit that once we're done here today. Mark and Mike and Artwan and Shane will lead you through the merry world of 3D printing. Regardless of your skill level, these guys have something going that you can be a part of. It's kind of like what we do, only with 3D printing.
We just whittle.
Where they
our custom sink forever.
They sit around and make fun of Phil, and they do 3D printing. We sit around and make fun of Phil. It's pretty close. There's a decided difference there, but the Gunny with the very true statement, this show has never been on the tracks. There are no tracks.
That's fair.
We're kind of a hovercraft. We just kind of go. Just kind of go.
We are the monorail, but in North Haverbrook.
Right. We try to dodge the trees, but you just kind of go. There's not even a road most of the time. That's the news.
Now, if at home you're thinking, how'd they get an hour 34, an hour 29 out of two news items? In fairness, we kind of BS'd around.
I mean, it was three. Granted, the third one was a big part of us just plugging our own damn show.
Yeah.
But like the My Palatoy story is a third news item. So there were three. There were three.
So some weeks we are the.
Look, it was a good discussion topic. There was movie news, so we had to talk about the movie stuff. It could be a very divisive topic amongst GI Joe fans.
I guarantee you, the blue spike is going to be on the surveillance board.
That'll be the one that where when I go back into the metrics, it'll be like most replayed,
most watched.
Surveillance port.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it'll look like the Fast Times at Ridgemont High thing.
Right.
Woo!
Hey kids, guess what short's coming out of this?
Yeah. Next week on the show, Phoebe Cates. It'll be a good show.
I mean, she's not busy. We could probably get her.
No, yeah, right. You'd have to get past Kevin D. Klein.
Hey, maybe we can get Kevin Klein to sing "Oh Bourbon."
Right. Like I'm not saying we're trying to marry her, Mark, but I'm just saying she'd probably be available to a guest spot. The actor is slowed down a little bit for her, so.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll be right back after a quick word from our wonderful friends and sponsors at Kokomo Toys.
We buy, sell, and trade vintage and modern toys. G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Transformers, Marvel, DC, and more. Located in beautiful downtown Kokomo, Indiana, we are open every Wednesday through Saturday from 12 to 5. It's a theme park of nostalgia. Join the thousands of people who have traveled from all over the Midwest for over a decade to buy and sell with us. Get your geek on.
Well, you know what time it is, guys. We got a couple minutes extra here, so.
Now for my favorite part of the show. What'd I say? Talk to the audience? Oh, God, this is always death. All right.
Yeah.
Right? But remember, Super Chat is on. It'd be nice if somebody besides Josiah Alcorn helped us out in the old hardware fund this week. But if you have any burning questions for us here at the What's on Joe Mind Studios, by all means, now is the time. Now is your free moment to just ask away.
And
if you have any burning anything else, consult a doctor.
Right. All other burning things, maybe consult your physician. Phil, I think this is directed your way. What Disney ride should get the movie treatment next? From Josiah Alcorn.
Oh dear. I don't know. Space Mountain. There's story possibilities there.
Yeah, before Flair's dead.
Wait, he's not?
Well, he's still very realistic. Kind of like all the presidents.
I'm convinced that they're just hooking electrodes up to him at this point. Woo! Woo!
So it's weekend at Nature's.
Weekend at Nature's. I don't know if I can keep up with a weekend at Nature's.
I don't think anyone ever has.
No, I don't think so. I think that's part of the problem.
Disney presents It's a Small World. The Micronauts.
The doors to the theater have been locked.
You're stuck here.
Right. They're just going to find the burliest guy and use him as a log to break it down. 7 dead, dozens wounded.
It'll be the constable with the wooden arm, like in Young Frankenstein.
The follow-up, Phil. What defunct ride should be brought back?
Oh,
now
which park are we talking? Because
he's got a couple answers for this one.
Because I honestly want the Sky Buckets back, but that was just me and my love of getting to the other side of the park while there's a parade going on.
In the parade.
So
the security looks down on you when you do that.
Yeah, people were spitting on the parade, Bill. To be honest with you.
Put on some mouse ears. You'll be fine.
Star Tours 1.0. I kind of missed that now as an option. We've got 4 simulators. It should be easy to have one running that all the time.
Oh, Josiah Alcorn, he's busting out super chat just to get a replay on that one. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, now that you're not qualifying it with Disney, then I would say the Battlestar Galactica laser enactment from the Studio Tram Tour at Universal Studios Hollywood. Look it up.
I was going to say Captain EO, but
They already brought that back once. It was all right.
It's not a ride. It's just a movie.
It's an attraction, yeah.
All right, Mark's plotting my death now.
no, I'm just trying to figure out if the Doesn't Matter horn is still an active.
It doesn't matter.
The Matterhorn's still there, yeah.
How did they not reskin that Frozen by now? Lazy.
It's historic because it's the world's first tubular roller coaster.
It's not that tubular, to be honest with you. It's called Instant Sore Back a Coaster.
It's a free chiropractic visit.
That's it.
It feels like the world's first tubular roller coaster. I'll tell you that.
I'm about to say it. Maybe it's they should have a coupon for a visit to the chiropractor because you're certainly not. You don't feel better coming off of that one.
Well, they give you at the end of the ride. You get for your chiropractor. You get 50,000 Cronkites.
That's it.
I'm just going to say, when you're asking what defunct ride should be brought back, my mind goes more towards Universal than it does to Disneyland. I'm just going to say that. Do you know what was there before the Waterworld stunt show? The Miami Vice stunt show. And do you know what was there before the Miami Vice stunt show? The A-Team stunt show.
That's sounds like Phil is upset at your verbiage because Disneyland is perfect.
But wait, we just found out Phil's cheating on Disneyland. Crazy.
It's the happiest place on earth.
I had an annual pass to Universal Studios years before I had one to Disneyland.
But Knott's Berry Farm is garbage, right?
When they took away,
Knott's Berry Farm is tragic because all the characters have been ripped out and replaced with soulless, themeless roller coasters.
there were characters at Knott's Berry Farms.
Yeah,
that's where Peanuts first appeared in a theme park.
And now they're at Cedar Point. Or
yeah, well, that's
right.
Cedar Fair took over Knott's.
Kings Island.
I was at Cedar Point.
It's a theme park founded by a chicken joint. I mean, how can you not have character?
Clucky Chicken.
Peanuts, or rather, last time I went to Kings Island in Ohio, which granted is many, many years ago at this point, they had Warner Brothers characters running around.
Really?
Yeah. Again,
well,
it's been
they're closing all the Six Flags, so I mean,
long time. Josiah Alcorn back again. Which Orlando park would you move to California?
Well, before last year, I would have said Islands of Adventure, but now Epic Universe is looking pretty sweet. But again, it's got that new park shininess to it where it's just, it hasn't been broken up by new rides that kind of interrupt the theming of the place, which kind of happened with Islands of Adventure.
Phil, do you ever just take your vacation time and head out to some other theme park, cheat on Disney?
It's been a while, but yes, I have done that.
We have it on video.
Yep. And how did you like Action Park in New Jersey?
You mean Traction Park? I've seen the documentary. I know better than to go there.
Class Action Park.
It's no longer there. It's okay, Phil. Relax. It's all right.
No, but you can see where it used to be by all the little gravestones.
Right. All the headstones.
They reopened it like 10 years ago, but I think it closed again.
Yeah, it's gone again.
Yeah.
Let's jump into a pool with rocks in it.
Now that everybody has a camera in their hand, they should really open that again, just for the beat.
All the sociopaths that went there didn't like all the safety going on at the newest incarnation of the park, so nobody went and it closed. Greg Augustin, he's a veteran of the A-Team stunt show. And Josiah Alcorn with another super chat. Great to have Phil on again. Thanks. What's on Joe Mind? It's at a point now where we have to meet his date requirement that's on his contract.
Contract.
So
You had me on too many times. There was Ari.
well, if we go under his limit, then his rate boosts up pretty high. So we need to make sure that we get him in here fairly regularly to keep that down. Jeff Butler, he went to the Miami Vice stunt show in 1991.
Yeah. So what? Jim Smith went to Action Park
and never came back.
I feel like I have to point out in The Fall Guy, the movie that came out with Ryan Gosling, based on the TV show, they talk about how his first job was doing the Miami Vice stunts. And you look at your age and like, there's no way that would have worked. But no, he was talking about the stunt show at Universal Studios.
Jim Smith, as someone who cracked their head open at Action Park at 13, I can attest everything you've heard is true.
You know what? I'm gonna be real honest with you, Jim. That don't make you special.
He's aware.
I bet you didn't. I bet the EMTs didn't even get to you right away. They're like, take a number.
There's a triage outside. We'll
Right.
get to you when we get to you.
They just paid some 16-year-old kid to it. They stand you up, they rub some dirt on you, and they just push you on along.
It's the medical tent scene from Gone with the Wind, where there's just scores of.
I was gonna say, looks like a Civil War hospital.
Yeah, they're just getting piles of limbs. Just.
I was going to say MASH, but sure. Go even darker.
That's fine.
Our son Jimmy's first job as a teenager was assistant hacksaw manager at Action Park. But
remember that opening to Dances with Wolves?
Again, I'll never forget. We used to see commercials for Action Park growing up on Long Island. Saw commercials for him on TV all the time. And I asked my mom one day, I was like, why don't we ever go there? And her response was, with a smile, because we like you kids. We don't feel like getting rid of you just yet. And I didn't understand it because I was, I'm 7 years old. I'm 8 years old. I'm like, whatever, sure, I guess.
They got go-karts.
I'm just thinking.
Out they actually did like you.
I can get on a little car thing and shoot down a hill, and without thinking that at the end of that is just, like something that stops your wheels and skids you to a stop, with no helmets involved whatsoever.
Actually, after watching that documentary, I'm pretty sure it was like, a spiked wall, but
right.
They do give you a $10 gift, $10 coupon for the skin graft.
Yeah.
To be fair, they did have the upward ramp to land onto the trampoline, so you could stop safely if you could, hit it right.
No. The trampoline was in the shop. Job log in Toy City. That's like the closest emergency room to a trampoline park. The staff is never surprised. No, that's true. I think that was part of it too. Mom was at that point in her career was an ER nurse. That was a big part of why we were never at Action Park.
So she was in Long Island and she was getting the overflow for Action Park.
Yeah, might have.
If anybody watching this is totally lost right now, just when you're done watching this video, go look up Defunct Land and Action Park. That'll answer everything.
Or if we have HBO Max, watch Class Action Park.
Yeah, or you can find it all at surveillance-pork.com.
Your one-stop shop.
Defunct Land is never a bad watch, though. I like Defunct Land. They gave me an hour and 40 minutes on Dash Pass, and I have to say it was both entertaining and informative.
They have a 6-part series on the Muppets. How can you not like them?
Right. That goes without saying, right? But like you expect 6 hours on the Muppets. Muppets to be entertaining.
That last episode on the Muppets where they're covering Henson's funeral. Oh God, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Yeah, but episode 5 about the TNT guy and the dude who throws fish.
That's Crazy Harry.
Whatever.
New Zealand retrospective. Absolutely, that's a winner.
New Zealand was the fish guy. Crazy Harry was the explosives.
Oh yeah,
I'm so glad
they got both.
know the names.
I mean, you know, I got 30 full minutes on Bobby Benson's Baby Band. No, I didn't. There's no 30.
God, there should be though.
It's about the River Bottom Nightmare Band.
No 30 minutes on Bobby Benson's Baby Band. Although
maybe they can combine it with the Muppaphones.
There should be. Well, seeing as there's not a whole lot going in live chat, what do you say we move into what we got in this week? Mark, you got anything to show off this week?
I mean, it's nothing new, but it's new to me, right? So I want to give thanks to Big Bad Toy Store for this pile of loot. So getting a little mole rat action, a little hit and run. He looks great.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Three of these guys, but I'll only show you one. Little Night Viper going on. Very. Although if you're the Night Viper, you're like, I want to go midnight green and black, but can I have a bright, big ass Texas gold belt buckle, please?
Hell yeah!
It's Cobra after all. They don't make the wisest choices,
right? Just to give the other guys, a fighting chance. Maybe we could make it endorsed by Target. We put a Target right above my stuff.
Right.
And then the bad news. This is a really good figure, right? But why is his shoulder holster trying to throttle him?
I don't know. Yeah, it just needs to be a little bit longer.
Can't fix that.
There's a lot of stuff on Lifeline that just needs to be a little bit bigger.
Those goggles will not stay on to save your life. Just a heads up.
Speaking of just a little bit off, right? Or as Bob Uecker would say, just a bit outside. Here you go, Brutal Chest Cut fans. That 14's looking fabulous. Good thing he's got all those points of articulation so I can get him in any pose I want that all look terrible except one. Yeah, that's a win.
Ooh.
Super 7 Big Lob. He doesn't have no Brutal Chest Cut.
Super 7 wrong. So that's it. So I think I'm up to current.
He's got a lower waist joint that almost works without having to move him around. Like again, I really want to like these Reaction Plus figures, but they just don't. Oh.
Maybe they'll get there.
They're getting there.
They've gotten better. I hope they continue to get better. Phil Donnelly, you're our guest. What you get in this week?
Well, last week I got in my my pile of loot.
You can go pull out.
I got in this guy. Fancy schmancy.
Look how good that torso looks.
Yeah, look at that when they move it down to the waist. And
why don't you explain to people what that is?
This is the Operation Monster Force, Crimson Moon, I believe it's a Legionnaire, with one of his alternate heads that looks suspiciously like something you might see in an old British comic book. I don't know.
Or on
yeah, it's legally distinct from though.
That's right.
And I fitted him with this AK-47 I have sitting around instead of his weird 19th century science fiction-y laser whatever thing.
His steampunk cold power
the steampunk laser rifle. Come on.
That's right. As much as I appreciate steampunk laser rifles, I needed a little more grounded for this guy.
Shovel some coal in there and blast some Frankensteins.
Especially when I also got this Soldiers of Fortune, the Agent Blue, who he makes a decent guy in a blue suit, but I really bought him for the alternate head. That seems to work well with a certain G.I. Joe figure I got at Ross for $10.
So smart. Yep.
So it's
that does look pretty
not
good.
A perfect fit, but a little dab of hot glue in there, and he's working functional. And I can absolutely appreciate that.
So weird that the blues match up so perfectly.
They match up better here on screen than they do in life, but it's close enough.
It's all right. It can be a little different.
The
Freaking Bob Breakin would approve. Yeah.
Phil, what I love about that is Hasbro has distanced themselves so much from that they will never even pursue it. Right? Like, hey, that's ours. Oh, really?
We still had to buy your product to make this happen.
There you go.
And lastly, I've got this 1/12 collective Wolverine going on. And as snazzy as he looks, let's just say there's probably a reason that Hasbro makes their blades a little softer to the touch. These are going to stab me someday. I'm just going to
say, how many wounds have you already accumulated, Phil?
Superficial, I have lost count.
Okay.
But, I can appreciate.
How about the cat? Is the cat safe?
Well, I no longer have a cat, nor did I ever.
Oh, no.
For legal reasons, I had never had a cat.
Sure, Phil, whatever. Doug Dello, I don't want Josiah Alcorn to feel alone in this fight. I love what we got in. Well, somebody better. We don't brag on stuff very often, but here we are. What else you got, Phil?
Well, that's all I got to show for right now. The rest is on the other side of the room.
Dabalong in Soy City says they're not really claws until they've drawn blood. Has that happened, Phil?
Not yet. No, it's not that deep, but it's only a matter of time.
All right. Ragtime Rob, what'd you get in?
Well, hey, just today, this is going to look familiar. It's Hit and Run.
Ooh.
It's, as the Germans call him, Der Labengranden.
Der Labengranden.
And Mole.
Mole.
And then last week I did get Lifeline.
Ah!
And I'll show you one, but yeah, I got 3 of these guys. These guys.
That is such a good figure.
They're great. And then in giant boxes, 2 giant boxes from Hasbro Pulse also came. One had a Kingpin.
Whoa.
A giant man.
Yeah,
he is quite large.
Way too much box. And then the other one had also a giant man. So
it's not so giant.
Yeah.
With his oversized lab coat for when he's 8 feet tall.
Yep.
I think they used Kingpin's coat for him too.
Yeah. Well, his is a lab coat, so it's supposed to be long. But when he does grow, then it's a sport coat.
Oh, there we go.
Lieutenant Falcone, do you see your favorite version of Snake Eyes is coming to Reaction Plus? Yes, in fact, I just saw it before we came on. I was not able to get that into the news. But yeah, Tiger.
The nickel tour of it.
Oh my!
They're going to do a Reaction Plus version of that, and frankly, I'm not going to buy it because there's no way that it surpasses the charm of the 5-point of articulation one. Like that's perhaps the worst action figure I've ever owned, and I kind of love it. So there's no.
I still love how Super 7 doesn't quite get Tiger Force right.
I can't. I don't think I'm in on that one, but I am happy that that the momentum caused by my love of that figure has propelled it into the Reaction Plus line. I'm going to take full credit on that one. That's the What's on Joe.
Can Toll Booth be far behind?
He cannot. He cannot.
What about Ninja Force, Tiger Force, Shebang?
Wait, could you say that again, please?
Said Yojo
Ninja
Dad.
Force, Tiger Force, Shebang.
Has instructions for all of you. Make sure that you smash that like button and subscribe. And just for one more good reason why.
I swear, that thing is 5.99 seconds.
Something like that. It's pretty close. That is not wrong, Mark. That is. Like it reads 6 on my little readout here, but I know when I put it together, it was like 5.8 on purpose.
Rounded up.
I didn't.
Worth
I
it for
didn't,
every near miss.
I didn't invert it like the Krusty the Clown bit. So like the Krusty the Clown bit's longer because it's technically not what they have copyrighted. And you know, whereas at the same time,
Enterprise towers. They're transforming it into a gantry and battle rocket.
Of course they are.
right?
With-
Only 5
with-
seconds. 5
With
seconds.
bio-organic armor.
7,000 office workers died that day.
Right.
I like how he says it's transforming. No.
To say nothing of all the people who were turned into shredded cheese by the glass falling down.
Like they would have had to bail out on that one.
Lieutenant Falcone has got the truest thing ever said on this show ever.
Right. Half of us will never see it because Target.
Which is 50% better than none of us ever seeing it if it was at Walmart.
See, that's not true either because Walmart, it would show up at 5 stores and there would be giant piles of it on an end cap.
Which is better than it
Still
going
don't have
out
a crystal ball.
better than it going out on Hasbro Pulse for 8 minutes with a bunch of bots who bought 5 of these.
Right. It's none of it's any good.
Yeah.
None of it's any good. It's almost the ticket to a scalping empire is just being fortunate enough to live near the correct Walmart
Yeah, seriously.
where they ship all of the exclusives.
Where you can take advantage of Walmart's, complete lack of caring.
I believe that is the Walmart in Kirksville, Missouri. Kirksville, Missouri.
I used to be close to that. We never got crap, St. Louis. Never a bit. Anyways, yeah. What'd
you get in?
I got nothing.
What? You got buckets?
Not even a beachhead?
I got buckets. I didn't even look for anything last week. Last week was a rough one for me. Between getting the finishing touches on Special Edition 92 and just an unusually busy week at work, and it being a long week at work. It was my 4-day week and not my 3-day week. It was there was no toy shopping. There was working and there was sleeping, and that was the end of it. We're lucky we got a show at all this week. We're lucky that Phil is here this week. I was going to be like, here, Phil, here's the keys. I can't give this to Mark because the show will be over in 30 minutes. We got to give people more of a show than 30 minutes.
Quality, Mike. Quality.
Hey, look, it was 45, all right?
It was a tight set, only minimal loss of revenue.
No encores.
Me, Mark, and John Messina Jr. just cranked that thing out.
Right. Racktime Rob had jury duty until last minute, so it was a rough one this past week. We don't want to. Oh yeah. Glad it's over. Just in time to start work tomorrow.
Hey.
As someone who's worked 2 days already this week, you're not missing anything.
No, I'm really not. But hey, last week working overnights for a while.
Ooh. Might you see daylight?
Yeah, I get to at least, the days are the same. It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday every week. But at least I will be working like, the 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., which means those other 3 days where I'm off, I'm not on some screwy schedule where I can accomplish nothing. I get to function during the daytime and like go to doctor's appointments and go grocery shopping and do things that normal people get to do on their time off. And
basically with this week here, we're not going to see the sun until Sunday. So
that's perfect.
So it sounds like everybody's in the boat with me.
Yeah. No, and if it's as dark as it was in the afternoon today, yeah, we're going to feel like it's nighttime all the time.
I mean, Phil's going to see the sun because he lives under the hole in the ozone layer.
But it was in the 70s today. Nice and sunny.
Yeah, temperature was not an issue here today. It was just raining.
It's always nice when the
Just
sun
put it on my
breaks.
watch.
It's always nice when the spring sun breaks through the smog.
Phil's up in Anaheim. He don't know.
Hey, look! At least they get.
There was
at least they get
the
spring
moon as I
smog.
drove to work this morning.
Even more beautiful. Phil's in Inglewood, where he's up to no good.
We know the score.
He took the 405 to Fountain.
Look, this might be the start of Indiana spring because Indiana spring is typically gray and raining.
It's first spring, Rob, followed by third winter.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back to second spring, and then first summer, then third winter, and then back to spring.
Wasn't Indiana Spring a terrible movie attempt?
I don't know. Probably with Zach. I don't know.
Starring
I can tell you typically it's a terrible season, but you know.
Pretty sure it was Eric Roberts.
Yeah.
Cynthia Rothrock.
Oh! That's old, Phil.
Phil with the deep pull.
The deep pull.
Let's get out of here.
Oh! Cynthia Rothrock killed another franchise.
Did. Yeah, I mean, we're not topping that. We're out at that point.
Wait, what
Wasn't she an American Ninja 4? Anyway.
next week we'll have on Jeff Speakman, The Perfect Weapon. It's gonna be a good show.
Wow.
Jeff Speakman.
But only after our Michael Dudikoff perspective.
Right. Everybody's waiting for the What's on Joe Mind Michael Dudikoff retrospective. Everybody.
Yeah. Nobody.
As our friend Vagon likes to say, stay safe, and if you can't, be careful. Be sure to join us next Tuesday night at 9 p.m. or so for another episode of What's on Joe Mind, where our guests will be, I don't know, but not Phil.
Jeff Speakman.
Jeff Speakman.
Oh, anyways, like I said, be sure to be back with us next Tuesday at 9 p.m. for another episode of What's on Joe Mind. Have a great rest of the week, everybody. Yo, Joe.
Meow.